So you could play guitar, you could sing, but like if you're able to do everything on your own, it's a whole different game. When you put in the reps, you see progress, bro. It's just like going to the gym. You go to the gym for 3 months, you're going to see crazy results if you're consistent. If you sing every day for 3 months, you're going to be a better singer.
The On Mars pod is officially sponsored. Hey, it's all good. You make it work. You figure it out. You always do. Danny and I have been cooking up a lot. And
Yes, we have.
I wanna talk about it.
Talk about it. I'm excited.
Nice to be able to be in a position like we are and be connected as we are and do this shit the right way. Hello, my fellow Martians. Today on Mars, we are joined by the legend, the one, the only, DanielJordanK.
Hello.
A.K.A. Daniel Orange.
I feel blessed to be here right now, man.
I said Daniel Orange.
You did? That is not
Yeah,
chill.
A.K.A. Daniel Orange.
Run it back real quick.
Yeah. No, run that back.
Daniel Orange. That's crazy. Honestly, I'm not offended by the word Daniel. I'm really not. It's weird because it's like whatever you're feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to run it back, dude. We'll keep it in.
Okay.
We'll keep it in.
Yeah. You know,
but
organic. That's what we're going for.
This is Danny Orange. If you know, you know. Danny Orange, DanielJordanK is his videographer name, director name, I should say.
Yep. Director of videography.
Director, videography,
editor,
cinematography,
in the
editing.
video world.
Yes.
Daniel.
So if you want to make a movie, you contact this guy right here.
Exactly.
And he's been doing it for a minute. If you don't know, he started Overcast. If you can watch episodes, whatever the numbers are, but Daniel was on in the past. Danny was on in the past, and he's been on twice already. So watch those episodes. Get up to date on what Danny has done already.
Yeah.
Because we don't need to go through that.
No,
we already did that.
Yeah.
We already did that. So now we're talking about stuff that we're doing. Now, Danny and I have been cooking up a lot. And
yes, we have.
I wanna talk about it.
Talk about it. I'm excited.
So there's a lot to talk about here, guys. So I mean, Danny's been working with a lot of different type of artists, and
so much talent, bro.
So much talent around us,
bro. In so many different avenues too.
Yes, it's amazing, man. So many different genres and different. Also, like, for instance, something I want to talk about just right off top is a very big moment for you where you were able to shoot for Sierra and, shout out our boy Rice.
Yes.
And Emo Girl Ink.
Yes.
And so Sierra is diagnosed with cancer, unfortunately.
Yes,
breast cancer. And, she's fighting through it. And this is actually her second time fighting through it. So definitely confident she's going to come through it again.
Mm-hmm.
But Danny had the opportunity to shoot a head shaving ceremony for her, and it turned out beautiful, and it moves me every time I watch it.
Wow!
And I just want to talk about that, and that opportunity, and what it was like, kind of shooting something like that, because it's almost like a recap, but it's documentary-esque in a sense, because that's something that they're gonna hold forever and have that video as like a time and place, and it's gonna be very special for them forever, I think. So I just want to talk about that moment, because that was a big video.
Yeah, no, it was a beautiful day. Honestly, it was a beautiful sunset. All of her supporters were there, family, friends, and there was a list of people who were willing to shave their heads, so we just basically lined them up and we got to it.
How many people was it? 5? 4?
I think it was
because it was
a total of 4 total.
Yeah, including
4 total. 4 total.
Okay, including Sierra.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
But then I know other people have gone out of their way to show support and shave their head as well after the fact, after seeing the video too and how powerful it was. But no, it was really fun. It was very much just like capturing the moment, A lot of the stuff we've been shooting has been like planned pre-production going into it, and this was just like, okay, let's just film what happens and make something out of it.
Yeah.
The only thing that was a little cool that we did pre-production wise was like planning to get a top-down bird's eye shot of like, you know, the head shavings, which is cool.
Kind of like the shot that you got of her like head afterwards with the tattoo.
Yeah,
like
that was a
type of
bird's eye too.
Yeah, type of bird's eye like setup like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So you didn't end up getting that shot. Why didn't you end up getting that shot, by the way?
Which one?
Wait, you saying like you were trying to get a shot that you didn't get or something like that, or what were you?
No,
what were you
no,
saying?
no, no. No, I was just saying, like, the only pre-production thing was like planning to do something like that because it was like,
that was the only pre-production.
yeah,
thing. Yeah.
and that was the only thing that was like, okay, everybody just pause what you're doing real quick. I'm gonna set it up, but it was like very smooth. It wasn't like, you know, took like 30. It didn't take like 30 minutes to set it. It literally took like 5 minutes to set it up.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it was really cool, man. And I mean, that was the second video I shot for them, and it's crazy the opportunity that came with it. And it's when I was putting together the edit, I asked Rice, Sierra's boyfriend, if they had any songs in mind, and Sierra told him that she wanted to do "Break Up with Everything" by Michael Franti, who is a legendary artist. A lot of people just don't know him off his name, but y'all, as soon as "Hey, I'll be gone today." Nah. Yeah, that's him. That's Michael Franti, legend. And so we used that song, and he ended up actually reposting it on his Instagram and reached out to Sierra, asking if I'd be open to shooting his headlining U.S. tour. So
that's I mean, you just kind of dropped a bomb there, but like, yeah, for real. So Danny basically used a song that was recommended by Sierra, and that artist ended up loving the video so much and being moved by it and reposting it and posting this, you know, beautiful caption. And it was just like talking about all this stuff. And even at the end of the caption, it was like shot by DanielJordanK, which was super dope. Like,
I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
so
in
cool.
the caption, he like tagged you and everything like that. And then shortly after that, he ended up reaching out to Danny. FaceTime
me from Bali.
FaceTime you from Bali. This is Michael Franti, FaceTime from Bali coming in.
Crazy.
And then he said, yo, I'm going on a 2-month tour. And I want
it's actually
3 months.
It's basically
4 months.
But there's a little break in between because he's having a kid.
So it's technically 3 months because there's like a 1-month break.
Yep. He's having his second kid, so he wants to be there for the whole thing. Yeah.
That makes sense. And that's going to be beautiful for him. Congratulations to him. But that being said, 3-month tour, and he got the offer, and that was insane. And I was there with our good friend Austin Alco, and we were getting a local Mexican restaurant, and we were talking about like, yo, you have to do this tour. No matter what.
No way.
No matter what happens, you have to do this tour. And it was like one of those things where we knew that it would be a good situation. And I'm so excited that you get the opportunity to do it at this high level.
Bro.
It's going to be so fucking crazy.
So sick. I'm so excited too, because it's like, I don't really have any expectations going into this. Yeah. And I feel like that's where I work best, honestly. It's just like in the moment stuff. And it's going to be a lot of, you know, constantly filming random things, always following Michael around with the camera and hoping to capture the experiences from other people, his fans and stuff. So I'm super excited. And
dude, I mean, I mean, we were kind of talking about it, talking to his manager, and she was laying it out. Basically, it's like full blown, dude. It's like semi-truck just for equipment and merch, for equipment, and
3 tour buses.
You know what I mean? So you guys are rolling deep. You guys are doing it at a super high level. So I'm so excited that you get to experience your first tour at like a very professional level. And she knows what she's doing. So it's about to be crazy.
It is. Dude.
I'm excited to do another episode later on and be the after
the tour.
Bro. Hey,
bro. That's gonna be sick. Talk about all the experiences. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of stories.
Yeah, dude.
From those, especially those 2 months in July and August.
Yeah, dude. So be gone for a couple weeks, and then you come back, and then you're gone for 2 months straight.
Yep.
which is crazy. Yeah. Which would be wild to like, I mean, just be here dolo. I want to be like sad.
Yeah, dude. You're gonna have the whole house to yourself.
Dude, it's gonna be sad as fuck.
It's gonna be nice though, bro. You're gonna enjoy it for sure. You're gonna miss me though. I hope so.
Hey, Martians, real quick. I appreciate you taking the time to listen or watch wherever you are in the world. Over the last few months, the Martian family has grown so much. I could not be more thankful for all of my guests and every single one of you who continue to tune in every single week. Subscribers, ratings, likes, and comments all help us grow here on Mars. And it would mean the world. If you haven't already, please go to onmarspod.com/subscribe to subscribe on YouTube. Like and leave a comment, rate us on Spotify. All this good stuff helps keep the engine running to inspire Martians all over the world. P.S. Follow us on Instagram @OnMarsPod. Okay, let's get back to it.
So I feel like 2 months without being able to work on all the stuff we've been working on is going to be a long time.
It is, bro.
We're going to have to lock in every
back,
single day.
bro, honestly, what I want to do
7 days a week.
Right when I come back, I want to plan a trip to San Diego,
Nice.
go to PB, get an Airbnb with all the boys, and just make music. Because it's gonna, I would love to do something like that.
That would be so sick.
Yeah,
I'm down
to do that.
I mean, let's make it happen.
Let's do it.
Yes, it's just a matter of time. So
yeah,
it's so we're talking probably August.
And after August,
September
probably,
something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds perfect. All right, so yeah, man. Actually, on that note, I do want to talk about new music and new music that we've been writing and like some Danny Orange stuff and
whole new direction.
It's crazy that we've been writing like so many things since I moved in, and I think ever since we started working with Marcus and bringing other people in, and even Hart, being able to work with him and work with Dylan on that level too. But yeah, man, just a lot of talent around us, like we said before,
bro, and so much collaboration going on now, bro. Like,
it's beautiful.
Everybody's just working together in so many like weird like not even like one person's doing one specific thing. It's like just people like throwing in ideas, and it's been cool to see it all come together.
For sure, man. And to help each other with our own things and do that selflessly, because it's sometimes, I don't know, in a weird way, artistry in the music industry is kind of like a weirdly like selfish industry.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a lot of people like want their own stuff for themselves, and like they don't want to like produce stuff for other people, or like they don't want to work together with other people just because they feel like, well, why would I give them my shit type shit? Unless they're paying me, you know, and it's like transactional in that sense.
Right.
And I do feel like obviously everyone needs to make cuts, but like back end percentages, I feel like is more than enough, especially when we're making shit on the level that we're making. It's like it has crazy opportunity to go insane.
Totally.
So it's like everyone wins at the end of it all. And I think not having to worry about like, well, we got to pay this guy fucking $300 to hang out today. You know what I mean? Like that would be weird if we had to do that. So the fact that we can like hang out with people that we hang out with for free, in a sense, you know what I'm saying? And we do it because we love it. And we're just, excited to be able to be around people that do it at a high level.
Totally.
So I'm just excited to be about that circle,
bro,
you know what
we
I
have
mean?
so many
It's
hits,
crazy.
bro, too. It's like crazy, bro.
It's insane. I mean, we're just getting started at this point. We're not even like 6 months in, kind of. You know what I mean?
No, we've been like maybe 3 months in.
Yeah, so
actually trying to focus on music.
Of actually doing it. So we're fucking it up, man. And I'm excited about the new music direction. And shout out to Modern Marcus. Shout out to
legend.
Yeah,
Uncle
legend,
Marcus.
Uncle Marcus.
He's actually my uncle. So if y'all didn't know
if
that,
you guys didn't know that, full circle.
First circle.
Yes.
Brother of my mom. And he's always, I'm just kidding.
God damn it. All right.
Okay.
But no, he's that's my brother. And I'm so happy. I was telling you in the car earlier today, like it's crazy that like majority of the people that I've met out here have been through somewhat or some way through Marcus. And
Yeah.
so it's just, and even, I would even say
Yeah.
say in a way, if I never would have met Marcus, I would have never met you because I never would have met Futuristic.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of layers to all this shit. And I'm glad that he's able to come in and help us write all this like country-ish
Bro,
stuff.
yes.
And
Same.
I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about like kind of that lane and writing country-ish music when you're like not necessarily a country artist.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely like new, but it's so fun, bro. It's like the first time we tried it. It was like Baseball Cap when we made Baseball Cap. It was like, this is it, bro. Like, this is so fun. It makes you feel so good. Like, the goosebumps were going crazy in that session.
Yep.
Goosebumps is a real thing, bro. You know you got to hit if you get goosebumps multiple times in the session.
For
Even
sure.
with the music you've been making, we've been getting that feeling, you
For
know?
sure.
It's like,
I agree.
do you see what's going on right now?
Yeah. It's like we look in the studio, it's like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I agree, man. So it's nice to be able to show your other sides of you because you can flex that muscle and like lean into that twanginess
Yeah.
a little bit, and it sounds cool if we do it the right way, like to a certain degree.
Totally.
You don't have to go full Morgan.
I don't think you have to be a country artist to make. I don't even know if you call it country music because
It's like pop alternative
country.
Country.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a new way, bro. Give it like 2 to 3 years, and I think there's gonna be a lot of R&B artists, even rappers, just converting more to this. You know,
more real
lane.
Instruments and that like kind of twangy feel and leaning into that country-ish stuff.
Yeah,
I agree. I think that's a lane that a lot of people have leaned into.
It's going on right now. Yeah, it's definitely kind of trending.
Trend.
It is a trend.
And that's what kind of makes it gimmicky, and that's what sucks about like, unfortunately, you know, making country music when like people immediately want to hate on it.
Right, bro.
You know what I mean?
It is. Yeah, the hate is a real thing. Bless you. Bless you. Salute. Bless
what
you.
The fuck? The rare fucking pod sneezes?
That was crazy, bro.
I don't know if that's ever really happened on the pod.
That was wild.
Someone can go check the archives, but I don't know what's in the air right now. But yeah, dude, it's wild. I'm so glad that we're able to write with people at such a high level. And even, you know, Tony and Kaz. And
dude.
We got a songwriting session tomorrow.
Bro,
you know what I mean? Like, come on.
I would love to try to make some country shit with them, too.
Dude.
That would be sick.
I want to have Kaz go on that one joint.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see
100%.
See if we can do something with that. So yeah, man, I guess with the direction for Danny Orange music, do you feel like singles is the move? You've been doing that.
Yeah, I'm honestly to the point where like I don't really want to drop. Like I don't have any type of itch right now to just put something out.
Yeah,
really,
kind of like you did with On the Internet.
Yeah, because like I was waiting. I told myself with On the Internet, I'm waiting for something to hit on the algorithm or try to follow a trend and wait for a moment. And I did, but I hit the wrong algorithm and I didn't know what I was doing. And I just posted it right away.
And you uploaded it within like, what was it?
Like 2 or 3 days it dropped after it blew up. And I've come to realize it's not about that. It's really not. It needs to be consistent to the point where like people are engaging on a consistent level before you put something out. And I think you really got to make them hungry for it. And you kind of got to like be stubborn and gatekeep it and try to get people excited at the same time.
Yeah.
To want it. And
that's true.
So it's right now like we have a few songs that we've been working on that I absolutely love. So the plan is to keep teasing it and switch up the snippets and show different music and see what works, and hopefully we find the pocket that we want to stay in and we get that hype going.
Yeah, dude, I agree. I think that's the move. That's the fucking move. Kaz talked about it on the last episode, man, and it was like so clear to him what songs were worth dropping because he would just tease them. And whichever ones would pop off the most, those are the songs that he would drop.
Right.
And there's songs that he's teased in the past that still haven't dropped.
Yeah.
And there's like, and it's funny because there's some fans that are like, yo, this song, when are you dropping it? But that's cool to
Yeah.
have people like, yo, when are you dropping that one? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That you teased and never dropped. Like, that's a sick feeling. That I would rather be there than like no one caring at all.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. It's almost cooler having a song that you know everybody loves that's in your
Yeah.
hands.
Right.
You know, like,
But, like with the clips, just from the clips.
yeah.
And just from like posting it on Instagram as like 30 seconds or 20 seconds or
Right.
whatever. You know what I mean? Just like 20 seconds of the song, they fall in love with the song.
Exactly.
And they're like, yo, I need the
And-
full version.
bro, and it's like, if you like the 20 seconds that being posted, then you're really gonna like the whole song.
Right.
Because it goes, yeah, that's how you know you have a good song, you know, if you post
Yeah,
20
dude.
seconds.
And in a sense, this is kind of a weird parallel, but like trailers to a movie. If you
Mhm.
watch a trailer and you're like, yo, that's
Right.
that's going to be fire. Generally, like the movie's pretty fire. There's like some occasions where they'll hype up the trailer, put all the good parts in the trailer, and then you watch the movie and you're like, God damn, that movie sucked.
Yeah.
But it's like, whatever. In that sense, it's like kind of that same thing where you can like sometimes watch a trailer and be like, yeah, dude, that shit's going to be it. And then it is it. And you're like, yeah, that same shit.
Totally.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm excited for the new direction for Danny Orange music, and
Same.
of course, always like we're always writing. We could be just eating breakfast and be like, "Yo, I was thinking about this song."
Exactly, bro.
Just like I had a dream last night, and
Yes.
dude, I feel like you say that more often than like I've ever heard anyone. Just like, "Yo, I had a dream last night," and it's just like say some shit. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's like you always be having like, I don't dream that often or remember my dreams as often, and I just probably smoke too much weed. But
Yeah, that's something we gotta chill on, bro.
hey, we don't have to talk
For
about
sure.
that.
Nah, for real though. I really do. Well, yeah, come on, brother. I think honestly, when I get back
Got
from
'em.
this tour, it's gonna be like
Clean, sober.
not sober, but
Hey, on
At
that note,
least.
shout out to our sponsor of the episode,
yes,
Coors Banquet,
Coors Banquet.
1936.
I don't think there's a better beer out there, bro. Honestly. Cheers.
So, we talked about making music here, and recently we leveled up.
We
We got Pro
We did.
Tools.
yeah. You
We
got
got
Pro
Pro
Tools.
Tool-
Well, we got Pro Tools.
I got Pro Tools, meaning we got Pro Tools at the house, which is such a big play.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited because I was always so intimidated by Pro Tools. Growing up,
Yeah.
if you don't know what Pro Tools is, Pro Tools is the industry standard music digital audio workstation, aka DAW, basically software that you use to make music. That's how you make all these hits. That's how you record Grammy-winning hits with Pro
Yep.
Tools. So I got it on my computer now.
Game
Finally.
changer.
Game changer.
Bro,
Fucking game changer, dude.
your mixes sound so good.
Thank
It's
you so much,
crazy,
bro.
bro.
Thank you so much, man. I figured it out. I wouldn't say I figured it out yet completely, but I've started to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that the ear is something that you train over time. And I think that's something that I've been doing for so long
Mm-hmm.
that because I already worked with Logic and knew what I was doing with Pro Tools, knew what I was doing with plugins to a certain degree on Logic. You know what I mean? So I was able to kind of mix, and I've released records by myself in the past where like I've been able to mix things to a certain degree, you know what I
Yeah.
mean,
Mhm.
with Logic. But there's something about the routing and the way that Pro Tools sounds
Yeah.
and plugins. I'm using a lot more UAD plugins versus Waves plugins.
Right.
So I'm like, the quality is just like,
It's so good.
it's like from here to here, dude.
Bro.
It's
yeah.
crazy.
It's
and it's like,
nuts.
and it doesn't take a lot, you know, to be able to make it sound great. It seems like,
Yeah.
but which is a good place to be in because there's only up from here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go. We're able to fucking get demos mixed out of Pro Tools straight
In
out
the comfort
fucking
of our
house.
house, bro.
Let's go, dude.
Woo!
Yes,
That is the best feeling ever, bro.
It
Because
is.
it was fun making demos here and then going to the studio, but now it's like, especially when you're making a demo and you feel it in the moment.
Yes.
You know, it's hard to just go to the studio and make it seem
Recreate
like
it,
it's
yeah.
that easy. But
That's
now
true.
it's like when we're recording vocals, we can know like this is what we're gonna end up using.
That's right. Especially if we record it well enough to use it for the final.
Yeah,
You know,
totally.
even if it's a situation like I was telling you, where it's like we record it here and then we have someone else mix it.
Yeah,
But like,
But we get to
if
the
we were in
point-
the moment, we're feeling it. You know,
Yeah.
we're in our bag, and it's just like at the house, vibing off a few beers and stuff like that. And it's just like, I don't know.
it's almost
Something about that.
And if anything, like the mixes are good to this point where we
Yeah,
can just throw
we
someone
can just-
$300 for an analog master or whatever.
There you
know,
go.
a professional
Yeah.
master.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
chilling.
Or even just get the homie,
Yeah,
Mr. Austin Outgout.
bro, that's what I'm saying.
So we could just, we could start just cranking shit out the house and fuck around and just have him do it here too and just show me.
Yeah,
And I'll just pay him to like show me how to do it.
yeah,
Because I would love to just learn how to master too. Fuck it.
totally.
Why not?
Why not?
I'm already doing like a mix master type deal where it's like
Yeah.
like just to be able to hear it with just some compression and limiting and a little bit of a EQ type shit
Yeah.
on the chains, like the mix and master chains.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, it's not as hard as people think. Making
Mhm.
music is not as hard as people think. And then
Right.
it's 2025.
Bro,
You could do it on your phone.
exactly. Honestly, if you're doing too much, you're doing too much. Like,
Dude.
you keep it minimal, bro.
So check this out. Earlier today, we were at a little get together at our homie Marcus's house. We were just talking about the homie
Uncle
Marcus.
Marcus.
Shout out to homie Marcus. I'm in my fucking swim trunks right now. Hopefully you cannot see my white ass thighs right now. But we were there playing beer pong, and there was a kid there because one of the homies, actually, Marcus's fiance, her homie has a kid, and so her kid was there, and this kid is a producer.
Bro, he's
He's 12 years old.
gonna be crazy, bro.
His name is Maverick, I believe.
Yep.
And he produced a track for Marcus, not for Marcus, but just as kind of just like just to see the studio process and
Yeah.
to be able to be exposed at 12 years old at the level that that we produce at,
Yeah.
I think is kind of crazy, in a good way. And
Yeah,
it's
dude.
like to be able to be exposed to this level of production and understand that it can be done at such a high level.
Mm-hmm.
And he's already got the juice.
Bro.
And he sounds great.
If I wasn't even making beats at 12, but when I was making beats at 16, they ain't sound nothing like that. I
Right.
was like, bro's way ahead of his time.
Way ahead of his time, man. And he's super like quiet, and it seems like he's pretty humble about his stuff, because even when we were talking about it, he kind of got
you
shy
got a little
about it.
quiet. Yeah,
Which is like, it's good. I feel
Yeah.
like that's good,
Yeah.
man. That means he just loves what he does, and like he just gets in the fucking lab. You know what I mean?
totally.
So it's cool to see that type of shit.
It is.
Because like I said, it's not that fucking hard, and people make it out to seem like it's way harder than it is. But if you have the ideas and the passion and the talent, and just like, you can make it, dude.
Yeah.
So I challenge anybody that like has ever wanted to make music, download an app on your phone and try to make a song. And it's like, it's probably going to be so much fun. And
Yeah.
whatever you do, you'll probably love it. So I don't know. I love making music. So when I saw that today, that kid, I was like, dang, dude, that's
Yeah.
so awesome.
That was super cool.
I'm so excited for the future of like other kids being able to make music at fucking 10, 12
Yeah.
years old.
Dude.
I'm like, dang, dude. If
Yeah.
I started at 12,
Shout
imagine
out-
where I'd be at 20. You know what I
bro.
mean?
Shout out his
Like,
parents too for getting him locked in
Oh,
with the
yeah.
setup, bro.
for sure. I mean, on that note, dude, I see a lot of kids on like Instagram and shit. There's this kid like Miles Music Kid, I think, on Instagram is his handle. So talented. It's like one of the prodigies of this world. And he's like fucking, I think 7 years old or something like that.
Bro's
And
ahead
he's
of the
already on
game, bruh.
Logic. He's already met a bunch of people because he's reproducing some of like the biggest hits of all time, and like being able to like use his ear and be like, that's C sharp minor, shit
Yeah.
like that. And I'm like, bro, this is like
Dude.
God-given talent.
That's the goal with my kid, bro. Get him
Yeah.
in the studio at 2 years old, bro.
Yeah,
Put a
facts.
toy guitar in his hand. Put some drumsticks in his hand, bro.
Yeah,
Show
By the
him all the
time-
greatest
yeah.
hits and explain why they're the greatest hits. And
yeah,
dude, yeah, I feel like that's something, honestly, I wish I was put onto at a younger age. I picked up the guitar when I was 10, but like, I don't think people understand how important it is to get a software. Let your kids start messing around with the software. The earlier, the better, because
Right.
like that's the key to really understanding how everything works. You can play guitar, you can sing, but like if you're able to do everything on your own, it's a whole different game.
absolutely, man. Absolutely. And when you figure out like the ins and outs of shit, and as a kid,
Yeah.
you like to toy around.
Yeah.
So like if you had access to something like that, and earlier, like we were talking to that kid, and he was saying he'd produced that thing on GarageBand, and it's cool because I started on GarageBand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like as soon as he said that, I was like, oh my God, this reminds me of me. It's like, and I
Yeah.
told him, I was like, well, hey man, is like if you're starting on GarageBand, like that's the next step is Logic Pro.
Yeah.
Like fucking get it,
Mhm.
Man. So I love
Super
it.
cool.
So I'm so excited for it, bro. But for the future of music creation as a whole, and just more people to get into it, and just to fall in love with it and realize that you can do it.
Yeah.
But on that note, I want to talk about Harry Mars music real quick,
Yes, bro.
because
Got some hits in the vault.
it's happening. It's happening. It's finally happening, guys.
It's about to happen.
I'm making
it's
music. I'm making music again.
He's making music, guys.
So I'm making music again, guys. So it's been a long fucking time. So last time I released, I think it was 2021, which is 4 years ago. We got little Leo outside whining. Hey,
He wants to be involved with the
podcast.
podcast. Yeah.
Should we let him in?
Yeah, I'll let him in.
All right. Okay, Leo. Hey. Hey, can you please
Theo.
relax? Oh my gosh.
Theo.
Okay. All right. Can we do this? Hey, can you sit? Hey, stop. Stop.
Yeah.
Sit. 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 Good boy. Stay. Stay. Stop. Sit. Hey. Relax. Get back. I don't know what's going on. Hey, I don't know if this is a good idea.
Yeah, maybe not. Let's put it back up. All right, guys, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Out of here. Out.
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 Good boys. Good boys. Go.
Out.
Go.
Out.
Theo's like, me too, though.
Out.
Nice. Hey, buddy. All right. Hopefully, Leo doesn't. Yeah, just pick him up. All right. I'm sorry, Leo. You're just too much, buddy. You got to figure out how to be chill. Okay. But yeah, dude. I want to talk about Harry Mars music. Okay, cool. So we've been cooking.
Yeah, bro.
I've been making a lot of music since 2021, and a lot of it sucked. But
Yeah.
recently, I've been making a lot of
Bro.
music that doesn't suck.
Yes.
And it feels good to make music that doesn't suck. And I feel comfortable enough to be able to release it to the public soon.
Do you feel like, quick question,
Yes.
when you were making music back then, you had the same feeling for the way you felt about it
Yeah.
For that music back then that you feel about the music you're making right now?
Yep.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
That's crazy.
Because in the moment, it's the greatest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And there was a moment in time where there was like, I was very close to like putting together a project of shit that like I was 85% sure about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the time, I was like, this is the shit, but like it could be better. And I think the only thing that I was missing at the time, if I would, and now that I think about it, I was way less than 85% there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was in my head, if I had someone that was able to mix it, it was it.
Yeah.
But like
sure.
now I listen to the songs, I'm like, the production wasn't there.
Bro, yeah, because your voice, you have a really good voice.
Wasn't there. Thank you, bro.
And that wasn't like the new music, stuff. You can hear your voice.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. And I think like some of the new stuff that I'm writing now flexes like the new voice that I have in a sense. Because I was able to lock in with my boy Ricky for a couple maybe like 6 months where we were like doing heavy shows and like performing in all these malls and doing 3-hour sets and singing heavy for literally like 6 hours a month, essentially live in front of audiences, like 2 different 3-hour shows per month, which is nice. And we were also on top of that practicing 2.5 hours a day.
Yeah,
fucking 4 days a week, 4 or 5 days a week. So it's like we were grinding, dude. And at that point, like you train your voice and it's like a muscle.
Yeah.
So it's like if you do that, you end up being able to like sing things a lot better than you were before. And little things like what we do before every time that Danny and I record now, what we've been doing is we do a 5-minute vocal warm-up. And little things like that is like, it's so key to like being a professional singer. And just being a professional artist, bro.
Even just doing like singing every day for at least 30 minutes.
Yeah, if you're trying to be a singer, you
even if you
it.
suck. I suck at singing, bro.
No, you don't.
And well, listen, I wouldn't consider myself a person who has a super talented voice, right?
No, but I would disagree.
Thank you, bro. I need to hype myself up somewhere.
Yeah, you need to hype.
But where I was gonna go with that is when you put in the reps, you see progress, bro. It's just like going to the gym.
That's
you go to the gym for 3 months, you're gonna see crazy results. If you're consistent. If you sing every day for 3 months, you're gonna be a better singer. And all I can see is like a year from now, I'm able to hit a different pocket than I am now.
That's so true.
I think those vocal warm-ups are cool. Maybe even like experimenting with like the 20-minute vocal warm-ups on days we don't feel like actually recording.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. I love that idea. I think that would help us both immensely. 20 minutes is quite a while, but like we should try it. Maybe even go the 10-minute. Do the 10-minute one first.
Yeah.
We just do the 10-minute one first and see how that feels. And I don't even know what that entails. And if it's singing for 10 minutes, that's pretty intense.
That's good for you.
That's super good for you. But it's like doing the that type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so nice though to be able to do that for 5 minutes even. Yeah. My lips tingle after sometimes. But it's like
my Zin be flying out.
Yeah.
Every time I do that.
Yeah, dude. No. We're fucking cooking. So something you just recently mentioned, I want to talk about that because it wasn't necessarily on my notes, but I want to talk about it, dude. We've been going to the gym, bro. We've been going
I really feel like, dude, that's been the secret to being on top of our shit lately, too.
Facts.
Just that structure, bro.
It's keeping us disciplined.
It is. Even though we only go for like 45 minutes a day, that's all you need, bro. If you're consistent.
If you're going in and getting after it, you're not just going in and being on your phone for 45 minutes.
Exactly.
Then that's the difference between like getting in a good workout and like just going and chilling at the gym for 45 minutes.
Right. Totally.
There's some people that'll go to the gym for 45 minutes and just stretch. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could have done that at home. But yeah, man, we've been going to the fucking gym, dude.
Hell
So I've been doing cardio, running like 5Ks like 4 days a week, and you've been lifting your ass off and fucking cranking it out, dude. Yeah, I mean,
Can't wait for you to start lifting with me, bro.
I'm excited, dude. It's a matter of time. I
Yeah.
just, I'm in this certain phase right now, but I do want to start maybe even like I was telling you, like 2-a-days. Yeah, and we're gonna switch our gyms. Well, you're gonna switch your gym soon,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate. So I'm gonna have to start doing it by myself.
Or we could even if you yeah, we could talk about that. But
yeah,
I was just saying
we'll talk
we
about that
should,
off stream.
Yes, off stream.
But yeah, man, I just want to say, fuck yeah, gym. And it feels good to be able to lock in on that, because I think you're right. There's like something about going to the gym that keeps you disciplined.
Bro.
That's like, you can't really get it any other way. And like the endorphins and all that real shit that comes from working out. And
Yeah.
there's been times where like we've been like 10 minutes before we leave, you're waking up, and it's just like getting
Most of the
after
time.
it most of the time. But it's like that type of shit, like getting after it first thing in the morning.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Starting off the day with a win. You go there like half asleep, wiping the crust out your eyes, just like chugged a coffee, and like you walk out feeling like, I'm fucking ready.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Walk out,
yeah,
I just got
like
off an 8-hour
juiced
shift
up.
and I bodied it.
Yeah, dude. So it's so nice. And I'm glad to be able to like have that as part of our like daily routines. You know, at least the Monday through Friday type shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of like that trending what is that, the morning routine shit,
Bro,
they fucking
yes, we should start. We should shoot something like that. Honestly, we
should.
should do like a day routine
with oranges
Yeah,
instead of lemons. It's
Yes.
oranges.
I like that idea.
That'd be cool.
But no,
And it's
honestly,
like orange juice,
yeah,
and then you squeeze oranges into the orange juice. And
that
you
would
just
burn my eyes.
No, dude, you just fucking wear goggles or something, or wear your sunglasses.
That would still get in my eyes.
No,
If I wore sunglasses and I dunked my head in a bucket,
you
I would.
close your eyes if you
Yeah.
wear sunglasses.
But
'cause
that
you
would be
can't see your
like
eyes.
having to do that every day, dunking my head in orange juice.
You wouldn't do it every day. You just do it for the video, dude.
For the content.
Daniel,
Very.
come on, dude.
Bro. But no, honestly, what I was gonna say though, bro, I've realized ever since we started going to the gym, my camera setup, because it's like probably like 25 pounds with the whole rig on it.
Oh yeah, the
Bro.
Ronin.
I don't get winded at all anymore when I shoot. Like
Fuck yeah.
I feel good when I'm shooting now. And before we were going to
Because
the
it's
gym, it was
lightweight.
like I'd be out of breath after shoots, you know? So
Dude.
that definitely helped too.
Yeah, that's so true. And so in that sense, it makes you better at your craft, because you're like strength training and being able to hold your equipment more for a longer time,
Yeah.
and more stable.
Yeah.
So it's like, not only like are you able to like hold it for a longer amount of time, but you're also able to like hold it more steady in place when you're shooting stuff.
Yeah.
You know? So fuck yeah, dude. There's so many wins to working out, but like, just I feel like one of the biggest things for me when it comes to working out is just having that like checkbox of like the win of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Going to the fucking gym and getting after it. Coming home and feeling good, and like wanting to eat something, wanting to take a shower and get ready for the day. Even just that whole shit. It's part of being I think successful.
Yeah.
For real.
It is.
So,
for real.
There's
100%.
like there's I mean, it's always been proven that like people that wake up early and get after it and go to the gym and shit like that, they're the most successful people.
Yeah.
All the
I would
time.
agree.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, Mark Wahlberg had that viral you saw that schedule of his?
No.
Dude, he's like, wake up 2:30 a.m., pray, stretch, work out for an hour and a half.
Waking up at 2:30 sounds insane.
Dude, and it's some shit. It's crazy. It's some like I think it's literally. I'll put it up on the screen here. Pink. But like the fucking schedule is like 2:30 a.m. to like 9 a.m.
It's just the morning
It's
routine.
just basically like the morning routine. It's like, yeah, that's
7
like
hours.
yeah, exactly.
I don't
You
know
work
about
a full
that.
shift before you work a full shift.
You got to make your way there, though. You got to do one step at a time.
Right.
You can't just
Totally.
jump straight
You
into
cannot do straight into Mark Wahlberg's schedule
Yeah.
off of nothing. But I might be exaggerating it. It might not be 2:30, but it's like it's early as fuck. I think it's literally like if it's not 2:30, it's 3:30 or like
Yeah.
a minimum 4. I really do think it's 2:30 though. I think it was 2:30.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't want to look it up right now just because that's not that type of show. It's not that type of show.
No, it's not. We're not doing
But
that.
if I had a Jamie or someone else, like a producer on site that was like, can pull up a screen right back there. One day I'm gonna replace one of those sound panels and just move it to the right and just put a screen right in the middle of those 2 sound panels, and there'll be a screen right in between these cameras.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, I see the vision. You see the vision?
I see it. That'd be
It's
nice.
a matter of time. I might do it sooner than later.
That'd be cool.
It'd be really cool. So, yeah, man. Yeah, fuck yeah. What a great episode, dude. I'm glad that we did this.
Citrus
Thank you for
Ave?
doing this.
Yeah.
Should we talk about Citrus Ave? I mean, maybe
maybe not yet.
Maybe, well, I mean, I
Maybe
think,
kind of let them know
so
what the
I would,
plan is.
okay. So Danny and I have been cooking in multiple ways. And we already talked about the music. And there's something else here that we've been working on. And we're not gonna tell you what it is exactly, but we're gonna tell you about what we're doing. And I think it's important to let people know the direction of the new stuff.
Yeah.
So DanielJordanK has been running his brand as DanielJordanK.
Yep.
So like Danny's been running that brand for a long time, and I feel like, you know, after the Overcast stuff, it was a little bit hard for you to be able to find your identity as an individual. So you just went by the same thing that you always have.
Yeah.
So to be able to like start a new company is something that you've always wanted to do. I feel like.
And a company that's definitely more just like something that exists that's gonna grow to, you know.
Exactly.
not
Something
like a
that's
hard launch type
scalable.
of thing.
Something that's
Yeah.
scalable, for lack of a
Yes.
better term. That's not just you. It's something that can be that can exist on its own.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally. Yeah.
So, and that's something that's that we're starting to build here. And it's a production company, it's a media company, and it's a company that basically helps people grow using strategic content.
Yes.
And I think that's the best way to put it. And being able to utilize content strategically, like I said, on social media and the internet, and to be able to grow your brand and show awareness to certain things. And I think bring awareness rather to certain things and promotions. And if you have certain things that you want to highlight online, obviously we can build things around that and showcase certain campaigns. And I think a lot of people are lacking direction when it comes to social media.
Mm-hmm.
So being a part of a few different brands and artists and people that have blown up recently, and using Danny himself as an example of utilizing high quality content to be able to blow up, Futuristics content, the Kaleidoscope Kid, Emo Girl Ink getting recognized by Michael Franti.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just all these different examples just in the past 2 months that you can literally pull for it. Oh shoot. We'll call him back. But like that you can literally pull from your own portfolio, you know? So there's just so many examples of like why social media content is important nowadays. And so I don't know what you want to talk about that, but I just want to
No, I think that's all we have to say.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 6 months from now, we'll come in and we'll explain the greatness that's happened because we haven't even launched it yet. So
That's true.
don't want
But
to say
just
too
just
much.
know the
It's a
duo,
media company.
the duo of all of our
It's-
shit, everything
It's a
that we both
collaborative
do.
media company
We're
with
putting it
two-
all together.
Yes, with 2 brains, and yeah. So we're going in, and we're gonna hopefully have 6 months from now, some references and like some stories we can tell about some
Yes.
companies that we helped make 3 times the amount of money that they could be making, bro.
That's right.
Because if you have strategy, you can, like, if you're just running a business, man, you got to do strategic stuff to get people excited, to get people engaged, to make people feel like they're going to get more out of it than just getting what they're paying for,
Agreed. I think that people don't want to pay for shit, period. So the
Right.
fact that they're paying anything, if they're getting more value than they feel like they're paying for, that's a win.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key to this shit. And to be honest, we calculated out the pricing, and like everything is so reasonable
Yeah.
that like there's no way that it can't win. We're gonna be able to come in and almost undercut some of these other guys that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
And I had an experience recently that I won't go into right now, but I worked at a media company that didn't know what they were doing and currently doesn't know what they're doing. And I had to leave.
And
And no, we don't have to talk about it.
Talk
We
about
don't have
that.
to talk about that. And
They did them dirty, guys. They did them dirty.
me
They did them
real dirty.
disrespectful. And we don't like that.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I saw behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. And yeah, I know now. So I know how to
He
do this
knows.
shit the right way. And it's nice to be able to be in a position like we are and be connected as we are and do this shit the right way.
Yes.
But yeah, shout out to the future. And let's talk on this in 6 months.
Let's do it. Yes, sir. We'll talk about the tour too. There's gonna be so much to talk about, bro.
So I mean, we'll talk about the tour before 6 months. But
For sure.
the next thing I have here on the list of shit to talk about is hanging with the boys.
You need that in your life.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, you need that fellowship.
Yes, that fellowship is a good
You
way to
do.
put it. Last night, we had such a great time with the
Mm.
homies, man. Tony, 22, Gumboy Kaz, Austin Alco, Milo Marks, and all the homies came together with the girlfriends, and we got it popping.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't miss
we
anybody,
just had a
right?
good.
I didn't miss anybody, right? That was everyone, right? Austin, Tony, Milo, and Kaz.
Yeah, that was everybody.
everyone. So
Yeah.
yeah, dude, it was so nice to be able to go out with everyone and just like hang out. You know what I mean?
Especially like when we really just be working with them, but it's
Yeah.
always just like the homies, But like when you're able to just have fun and
Sure. Yeah, dude.
decompress.
Yeah, dude. I love that we're able to have like that type of relationship as well. Because sometimes when you're working with people and it's like you don't have that ability to like be friends with them too, it doesn't feel like, I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
It feels like transactional sometimes,
Right.
especially if you're having to pay them.
Yeah.
Then it definitely feels transactional. But it's just like if you're not friends with someone that you're making music with and you can't really hang out with them outside of just like working
Right.
in that sense, then it's like
It's like the
tough.
last check mark on the list.
for sure, dude.
Can they hang?
Can they hang? Are they a good hang? I think are they a good hang is a fucking interview question.
It's important.
Are you a good hang? If you're not a good hang,
Yeah.
then you're not good for the entertainment
Are you
industry.
able to hang?
Are you able to hang?
Are you a
and
hanger?
are you a good hang? And are you hung?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just serious. No, dude,
just
but like
serious.
there's just so many things that we do on a regular basis that like people just they don't even understand, dude.
They
And-
honestly would think it's cringe.
Yeah.
Probably. But it's like, give us a year, bro. Give us 2 years. Give us some time. And it's not gonna be what it is right now. It's gonna be something crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's how things grow, man. It takes time, but we're doing it at such a high level that's going to be faster than you think.
Yeah.
And I really do feel like that 6-month checkup on what we're talking about right now is going to be a pretty crazy 6-month checkup. We might have to pop some champagne on the pod.
Sheesh.
You know what I mean? For real.
I'm
so,
with it.
as long as like we're at a certain level, there's a certain level that I feel like once we get to, we gotta like celebrate.
Yes.
And we could talk about that off stream.
For sure.
Off stream. I keep saying off stream. That's so funny. But yes, I'm excited for the future. So fuck yeah. Hanging with the boys. Shout out the boys, man.
Shout out the boys. Love the boys.
Love the boys, man. We got a good crew. We got a fucking good crew. So yeah, bro. On the note of starting this new business, I want to say something. It's so beautiful being able to be in control of our lives. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't have to go to a fucking 9 to 5.
We don't have to be anywhere at any given time at any given moment right now.
That's right. That's so fucking right. We can do a podcast at 8:20 p.m. on a Saturday night. I guess that's just regular shit. Anybody would be able to do that with a 9 to 5. But we could do this on a fucking Tuesday
Monday through
night
Friday.
at
Yeah.
3:30 in the morning after we had just chugged 2 fucking Red Bulls and we're up because we had just wrote songs for 12 hours. You know, we could do that
We could.
if we wanted to.
It's possible.
And like, I'm not even writing off that won't happen one time.
Probably will.
Might. It probably will.
Probably.
And I do feel like it's a blessing
It
to
is.
be able to be in a situation like this. And we should never, ever take it for granted. And I never will. And I never have. And I feel like, it just keeps me grounded to work harder and keep this going.
Yeah.
That's
Totally.
the goal, is keeping it afloat. Even if you're fucking paycheck to paycheck, like a lot of us are, hey, it's all good. You make it work.
Make
You
it
figure it out.
Yep.
You always do.
Yeah.
And in this line of work, man, one day we're going to fucking not have to worry about money. And all these like little things and all these little minor things that we have to pay for, and like stressing about having to get groceries and, pay $100 at grocery stores. Like, we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And I think that's it's a beautiful place to be, to know that the future is very, very big, and we're not gonna be struggling.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fuck
totally.
yeah, I'm happy, and let's go. Let's fucking lock the
Let's
fuck
go.
in,
Let's
dude.
get it.
So
Let's get after it, baby. Come on.
let's go.
Come
All right.
on. Eh?
And on that note, let's see what else we got, man. I put on here, this is hilarious. I put not being put in a corner. It's 2025. You can't do that. And what I mean by not being put in a corner is, like I said, I recently had an opportunity to be at a company making
Mm-hmm.
consistent money. And they tried to put me in a corner.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put baby in a corner.
Yeah. You can't put anybody in a
can't
corner.
put
If
baby
you
in
want
a
to see
corner.
somebody as their best self, you can't put them in a corner. You have to
That's
try
right.
working with them. You have to try their ideas out.
Agreed. I feel like that was a bad move, and it was something that I needed to do. But that's why I put that on there. You can't put baby in a corner. It's 2025. There's too many ways to make money, and I don't need you, bitches. And on that note, we're leveling up on the podcast here. Mr. Kaz, Gunboy Kaz, go ahead and give it up. 500
That's
fucking
gang.
views
That's
in
gang.
like 3 days,
Dang, that's crazy.
going crazy. So
Wow.
it's like it's on its way to being by far the most viewed video, which is really exciting to be going up and to the right, as they say.
Mhm.
And the subscribers are going up. The Gunboy Kaz fans are showing out, and they're really coming in. Tony 22's episode is going crazy too,
Mhm.
and going on the YouTube Studio app is really cool because the analytics are going wild. Very
That's great.
close. Once I get 500 subscribers, I'll be able to monetize the channel
Nice.
officially. So, well, no, I take that back. Not officially, almost. I'm at like 2,000 watch hours, which is
Okay.
nuts.
Wow.
Like over 2,000 watch hours in the past, like however much time.
Yeah.
And once I cross 3,000, then I can monetize the channel if I have 500 subscribers.
Nice.
So once I pass 500 subscribers and I can maintain like 3,000 watch hours, then I'll be able to monetize.
Huge.
So
That's huge. Bro.
huge for the channel.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh yeah, something dope. There was an episode. I just want to say this real quick. It's so funny because there's like all these things that like I talked about already. Me, Danny, and Marcus filmed a podcast episode the other day, and I didn't. I wasn't sure if I was going to mention this, but I'm going to mention this because it's like it's sad and it's tough and it's tragic. We filmed 90 minutes, and I had to use the third camera from our good friend Klug, and his camera shuts off after 29 minutes and 59 seconds. So 60 minutes of the podcast was not
Whose
recorded.
camera angle was that on?
Marcus's. Damn.
If it was on mine, I wouldn't have felt bad.
But it was on Marcus's, and he was like the main guest.
Yeah.
And he was spitting. He was spitting game, and it was a great episode, and you guys will never see it. And I'm so fucking sorry that we blew it, that I blew it. I should have known that. I should have thought about that. I mean, I told Klug to fucking not hack, but like, put a little mod on his cam that allows you to shoot over 30 minutes, and he refused, but whatever. Doesn't matter. But yeah, we talked about this on that episode, but I want to talk about it on this episode because we didn't really talk about it then because it never existed.
Yeah.
The podcast, the On Mars Pod, is officially sponsored. Shout out to Lantern Coffee Bar and Lounge. Go to lanterncoffee.com. That is the new sponsor. My boy John Bailey, aka John Coffee. He is an episode earlier in the podcast if you want to go check that out as well. I'll put the thumbnail right here. But yeah, man, John Bailey. We've been talking about this for damn near a year, and motherfucker said, "Yo, the website is live. When are we doing the sponsor?" And I said, "Yo, you let me know. What's the fucking promo code?" Send me my promo code. So he's going to be shooting me some coffee beans. We're going to be drinking good coffee.
Are they on the way right now?
They're not on the way yet. They haven't been shipped, but they will be shipped very soon. And I'll be getting 2 bags of premium coffee from Colombia, Guatemala, Honduras, wherever he gets it from. And I'm so excited to be able to like give you guys a discount code and be able to, push the brand, especially a brand that I really believe
You genuinely love this coffee too.
I genuinely love coffee in general because of John, because of John Bailey. So I've tried Lantern Coffee in the past, and it was so fucking good.
Yeah.
And he gave it to me for free, and he shipped it out here, and it was amazing. So and that's when we started the conversations. I was like, dude, you let me know when you can send this out to me for free, and we can fucking get the sponsorship going.
Nice.
Straight up. So it's like we got it up, man. And I don't even care about getting paid. I just want coffee, and that's all I want, man. Is to be able like like support something that I actually care about. And also, this is something I was telling you off camera. This is like so important to me because John Bailey is one of the most passionate people I've ever met in my life. And he has 100% control over this process. He is the one behind the process of sourcing the beans, meeting up with the client, like the farm rather, that is going to be supplying the beans. Sometimes he'll even make trips out there and hang out with those guys and make those connections face to face and be the face of the brand. And he takes very, very big pride in his role at that coffee shop. And he's a co-owner. And I'm just so proud of my fucking boy, man. And it's a very full circle thing for him and I to work together on this level, because it's like both of us working together on something that we've both been building up for a minute. And it's like, and obviously he's been at the Lantern Coffee a lot longer than I've been doing the podcast, but him and I have just been friends for a really long time. And we've been like since fucking, 2006, so cool. It's like we're going on 20 years of friendship. So shout out my boy John, and thank you Lantern Coffee for sponsoring the podcast. We'll be doing an ad. We'll be shooting an ad. Danny will be helping me shoot the ad.
Yes.
And that's going to be super exciting. And we're going to put it basically in every episode in May, starting in May. But yeah, man. And you guys get to try out some fucking awesome coffee too. Because this shit is reasonably priced, honestly. It's I'm like, the fact that I'm sponsored is funny because I'm like, oh, you get a good deal. But it's like actually, like if you look at like the cost of like regular coffee at a grocery store, you're gonna pay maybe even less for the coffee that you'll be getting directly sourced from Colombia.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. It's a secret.
Yeah. But damn, I just kind of talked a lot there. But yeah, shout out the fucking
bro, it's exciting.
Lantern.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah.
I'm excited to try that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah,
dude.
we've been drinking a lot of pour over coffee recently. Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Got to get another case. But
I mean, that sounds like a terrible idea. You know that. Dude.
Yeah, that. We've been drinking a lot of fucking pour over coffee. We've been bougie with our coffee. We don't drink any bullshit anymore, which is nice. So it's like every morning we start our day with a good cup of Joe. I found a good company out here that actually is not that bad, and I figured out the ratio. Like I've told you, and yeah, it's all about the ratio, guys. I'm excited to do more videos on coffee now too, because I have a sponsor. I can do like coffee videos and shit, and it's not weird. So it's like if I want to shoot like a video that's like how to make fucking pour over coffee the Mars way,
right?
Like how I make pour over coffee.
Yeah.
And that's just because everyone makes it different. So I think that's going to be a really cool lane to be able to lean into is coffee, because I love coffee. And also to have the sponsor. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Shout out, John. Anyways, wow, man. All right, cool. Fuck yeah. There was actually, that was pretty much all I had. There was one last thing I just wanted to go over, and that's promoting new stuff. Yeah. And that's with you, Danny. If you got some, I know we talked about the music, and we're not necessarily releasing anything soon, but we got a lot of stuff coming, and that's cool for anybody that likes Danny music. Look out for that.
And Harry music. This guy's finally gonna start posting reels.
So excited.
I'm so excited for
Make some content for Harry Mar stuff. Ooh, it's gonna be sexy.
You've been practicing in the mirror,
dude? Not yet, but I'm excited too.
Get the emotes down. Yeah, Kaz got you on that.
Yeah, for sure. I'll
we'll have him come with us when we shoot.
For sure, dude. Yeah, I gotta get in my bag for sure. But yeah, so look out for that. But Michael Franti tour.
Yes.
That is coming up soon. So you will be posting, content just behind the scenes, probably just on your Instagram story as much as you can without, voiding your contract. Your contract.
My NDA.
Yeah, your NDA.
I think when I get close with him, I'll I'll
Yeah,
have
just
a
let him know.
conversation
Just
with him
ask
about it. Like,
ask him, and you'll be able to tag him and stuff, and he'll be
Yeah.
able to repost like your stuff, and you'll probably blow up
I
from this
mean,
even more. So
Totally, yes, but
I'm
for sure, I'm gonna be so busy just posting on his page and make
for
sure
sure,
his
for
thing's
sure.
good,
But like,
yeah.
like even if you just do some, whatever, you're gonna have such a great time on that tour, and you're gonna be able to like see so many things and have a lot of great experiences. And yeah, man, it's exciting because this is another level up,
Yeah, dude.
another fucking level up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, such a young age too. We're fucking. By the time you're 30, dude, we're about to be having different conversations.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
We'll probably be in a penthouse doing this thing.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Just like, and you know what we'll do is like the podcast will be like, we'll have multiple studios
Yeah,
and we'll be able to do like a special edition episode where we like fly somewhere and just like
bro.
just go, like you said, like go to a penthouse, but like it's in like some city that we like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Some shit like that.
totally. Destination podcast.
Destination podcast. Exactly. Yeah. That type shit. So, yeah, man. Well, I wanted to do a little episode with Danny here, and I'm glad that you were able to come on here. It was a little
Thanks
bit.
for having me, bro.
Yeah, of course. It was like, I guess it was kind of like the normal format, but at the same time, it was a little bit more chill.
More chillaxed.
Yeah, we just kind of talked.
Yeah,
So we probably would have had this conversation off camera.
totally. And it's the end of the day. We already did so much
Yeah,
today. It was just
yeah.
chill vibes. You
It's
know
a
what I'm
nice cap. We're probably gonna go work on some music now.
saying?
But my fellow Martians, please go follow Danny Orange at Danny Orange with 2 E's at the end. Go follow at DanielJordanK. Look out for some new stuff we got coming out soon. Follow at On Mars Pod on Instagram. And we'll see you next time on Mars. We love you so much.
Sheesh. Love you guys.
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this episode of the On Mars Pod and for sticking around to the end, man. I really appreciate you guys. You are the real Martians. Like this video, comment below what your favorite part was, what was most inspiring to you. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications here on future interviews coming out soon, and also follow us on Instagram at On Mars Pod. Love you guys so much. We will see you next time on Mars.
Danny Orange, episode 65.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love doing this show because you know what? It's whatever the fuck I want it to be. Don't worry. I'm
Okay.
a professional. Yeah.
Okay. Certified. Certified podcaster.
Certified podcast guy. We're on episode 65.
Is
Come
this
on.
the Expo 60? Wow.
Yes, this is indeed episode 65.